and thank you for tuning in for another one of our fun little talks. Today we are going to just go over a few tips on grocery shopping, which seems really kind of simple and easy, but oftentimes we overlook a few easy things. So quick, simple, easy. You can take the tips, you can not take the tips, completely up to you because it's your choice. All right, so, obviously, as you know, diet plays a super important role when it comes to living and having a fit and healthy lifestyle. And just as, getting fit is a super common New Year's resolution, so is eating better. So that's why we're gonna have this little fun chat today. So 7 tips to make it quick and simple and easy. All right, our first one is really basic, really simple. Before you go to the grocery store, make a list. I know it sounds like a drag. I know it sounds like it's just boring. It takes 15 minutes. Just plan out what you're gonna have for dinner the week. Make a list of the items you're gonna need. It's not only gonna save you time when you get to the store, because automatically you know what you need and you're just gonna be able to go and grab it, but it's gonna save you money, so you're not gonna just be picking up things that are gonna sit at the back of your cupboard for months and months and months and that you're not gonna end up using, or that may spoil in your fridge or something as that. So you're gonna save money and you're gonna save time when you get to the store. All right, number 2, super simple. Shop in a shoehorn, right? Because obviously, as you know, when you get to the grocery store, right? When you walk in, on the perimeter, around the entire outside, that's where all of your fresh fruit and vegetables are. That's where all of your meats are. That's where all of your dairy products, your milk, stuff like that are. So when you start going around the outside, you can get your veg, your meats, and everything else, all the important things, and then you're not going to be as tempted to get those boxed, pre-made meals that kind of just aren't really that healthy for you. That's where you get those things that just kind of suck. They have all those extra calories, all those additives, just things that you just don't need. All right, so not only that, but that's where all the tasty stuff is, right? So when you get home, you know what you're going to be cooking, right? Because you're going to have all the fresh fruit and fresh veg, fresh meat, not the prepackaged stuff, so you know it's going to be in your meals. Obviously, you might have to go up and down some of the aisles because that's where the seasonings are and the spices are and stuff like that. But you can go and grab those because you know if they're on your list. But those things aren't things that you're going to need to pick up on a regular basis, right? If you have to have powdered garlic or powdered, onion powder, that's like a one-time buy every 6 months or something like that. So it's not something that you commonly have to do. For the most part, you can stick to the outside of the store. Outside, one and done. All right. Next, this one was one my mom basically slammed into my head growing up, was nutrition labels. All right. When we're wandering up and down the aisles, right, which we don't want to do, but sometimes we do. And you get a little distracted by all the things that say, low carb, low fat. It's whatever fad is in, with their little marketing, they try to pull you in and get you to go, oh yeah, that's healthy. I'm gonna get that. It says low carb, it says low fat on it. Well, you gotta kind of flip that box over and actually look at that label, the nutrition label on the back, and really kind of see if it is low fat or low calorie, or what extra things they might be adding in there to be able to say that. It might be low carb because it's one carb lower than their other one, right? So according to our standards, FDA kind of regulations for products of things that you want to keep an eye on, that you want to look at when you're looking at those packages, is when you're looking at things, you want things that have total fat. You want the total fat to be less than 6.5 grams. All right, for cholesterol, you want it to be under 20 milligrams. All right, so less than, again. For sodium, again, 1 of 4 sodium limits, right, apply depending on what kind of food category it is. So up to 140 milligrams or 240 milligrams or 360 milligrams. So you have to kind of look at the label, depending on what the food is, depending on what they're serving. And then obviously you want to kind of check out the beneficiary nutrients, like those, you know, how much fiber is in there, vitamin A, vitamin C, iron, calcium, you know, things, protein, things like that. And of course, my mom, whenever I would buy cereal as a kid, she would just be like, all right, you can have any cereal you want, as long as the sugar content is under double digits. So I had to find a sugar that was, you know, 8 grams of sugar per serving or 6 grams of sugar per serving, right? Have you ever tried to do that as a child? Like literally there are 4 of them. Like I would run up and down the aisles thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna go buy some Trix or like Cheerios or Honey Nut Cheerios or something like that. And I'd flip it over and it'd be like 12 grams per serving. And I'm like, nope, mom's not gonna let me have this. So flipping that over, looking it over, you know, my mom would make me do that as a kid so that I would kind of learn what to look for. So even now, even today, when I go to buy something and I go to pick it up, I automatically turn it over and I'm like, what is it per serving that I'm getting and that I'm putting into my body? All right. A big one that I always kind of do or fail to do, or do, fail not to do, fail not to do, whatever. Wait, is that how you say it? I don't know. Well, okay, so shop on an empty stomach, right? You shouldn't do that. Right? Going to the grocery store on an empty stomach, definitely not a good idea because you're super hungry, your stomach's growling, and you just want to eat everything. So you are just going to be like, yes, I am going to grab that, and I'm going to grab that, and I'm going to go grab that. And I am definitely bad at this because I will go to the grocery store after work or after the gym, and I am usually hungry. So I will try to remind myself, don't go to the grocery store hungry, grab a snack before you go in, right? That way I'm not sitting there going, ooh, bacon, ooh, you know, chicken, ooh, yogurt, ooh, I'm gonna eat this, ooh, I'm gonna grab this. And you know, I end up wasting way too much money when I go to the grocery store hungry. So eat a little snack first, even if it's just like a little bag of nuts, ties you over, helps you save money, makes you not buy things you don't need. All right, and right, this is something, number 5, right, buy frozen and buy canned goods. I used to think that frozen vegetables didn't have the same nutrition as fresh, right? I definitely did, up until literally my husband. I'm 37. Am I 37? 36. I don't even know how old I am. I'm in my late 30s. Late 30s, all right? I'm 30-ish. Until my husband was like, Googled it and told you so kind of thing, right? But I learned that frozen vegetables, they flash freeze them basically at their ripest point to keep as much nutrition in there as possible, and then they freeze them, and then that way they can ship them to the stores, they're there, you buy them, right? But when you're buying frozen vegetables and frozen fruit, you can store them in your freezer for, you know, 2-3 months, and you don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, I bought this fresh broccoli, I need to use it in 2 days before it goes bad, right? So you end up being able to prolong, and it's cheaper, all right? It is way cheaper to buy the frozen stuff. So, you know, once my husband made me Google it and then told me, I told you so, we switched over. We started buying the frozen goods because it ends up that we can buy a lot more vegetables. They're a lot cheaper, they last a lot longer, and we even started cooking our dog's food, and we could buy frozen vegetables to go into our dog's food, which is now cheaper and healthier for him than buying dog food, right? So, and the same thing applies with canned goods, right? So canned goods, they last forever. You watch the end of the world movies where zombie apocalypses happen and people are running around there looking for things, and what's there? Canned goods, right? Canned fruits, canned beans, canned everything, right? They last for forever, right? We all know that. They just literally don't expire. So you end up not wasting money. The only thing is when you do buy canned fruit and canned things like that, you just want to make sure that they don't have extra sugar or like syrup added or things like that. You just want to make sure it's all natural, because then sometimes they do add that syrup or sugar, right? Same thing with like a packaged tuna. Sometimes you'll see them packaged it in oil instead of in water. So it's just, you know, small things like that. Just grab the one with packaged in water instead of in oil. It's just this couple extra calories, make that difference. boom, it goes from 70 calories to 150 or 40. Doubles the calories just from the small difference of that. And I love me some tuna. All right. Number 6, right? Easy way to save money, grocery shopping, right? Which I love to do, 'cause I am cheap, is to buy vegetables and fruit that are in season, right? Because I mean, we all love avocados, right? But I literally, sometimes, like, they aren't in season. I live in South Korea, and there are times that avocados are not 99 cents for a avocado. Sometimes they are $2, sometimes they are $5, and I've literally heard somebody say, I cannot believe I spent $5 on an avocado. What the actual, did you just tell me you spent what now on an avocado? Like, seriously? Seriously, you didn't just like put the avocado back down and just walk away? Like that's where you are with your life? No. Okay, we can buy in season, right? Save some money, right? So we have spring, which is when my birthday is, which is also coming up. Please, God, winter be over. All right, so spring, we have carrots, we have peas, we have rhubarb, which, ooh, if you've ever had like rhubarb pie or anything, amazing, super good, love it. Asparagus and green onions. Asparagus, also super awesome, yummy, yummy, yummy. Then we have summer, when we get all of those berries, our blueberries, our blackberries, our raspberries. Oh, I love berries, right? Those are my favorite times. We get eggplant, which is great because you can do like eggplant lasagna, eggplant like wraps. You can use eggplant a lot of times in places of pasta, so it's a great alternative. We get grapes, melons, we get all of our stone fruits, so like those apricots and peaches, right? I love them when they're super crunchy, but my husband likes them when they're super juicy. Yeah. I like them a little bit tart. But anyway, tomatoes and green beans, right? Tomatoes, great. I love them on salads with some fresh mozzarella, with, you know, some seasoning on top of it, everything like that. Just by itself is amazing. And then green beans are a great side for like any chicken dish, anything like that. Then you come into fall, so we get all of the apple trees, and they all come into season, so you have all the different kinds of apples, and we know there's so many different types of apples. Personal favorite, love Granny Smith because they are tart, especially, so I'll cut them up and have them with cheese if I get a little bit peckish in the evening time, right? So we get, you know, apples, we have our asparagus, we have pumpkins, sweet potatoes, so we have all of those like things, and you can make sweet potatoes, you can like bake them, have a nice little pie with them, right? We all have pumpkin pie, we all have sweet potato pie, but you can do all of these different types of things with them. And then of course, winter time when it's cold outside, but just because it's cold doesn't mean you don't have anything. That's when all of our leafy greens come into play, right? And we get our bok choy, we get, you know, broccoli, cauliflower. I mean, how big has cauliflower been? Cauliflower pizza, cauliflower rice, cauliflower this, cauliflower that, blah, blah, blah. Buy frozen cauliflower, even cheaper. Ha! Right? And you get all of your citrus fruits. You know how many oranges and tangerines I have in my fridge right now? Like, that's what my husband snacks on in the evenings after dinner if he wants something sweet to go with it. So you have all of those things as well that you can just kind of take and go. So if you just shop on season and you're not trying to buy avocados at $5, you can sit there and buy them, you know, now. Also for us, strawberries are super in season as well right now. So if you go to the stores, citruses and strawberries all over the place. I don't know if that's just like a Korean thing. I don't know. But strawberries, like, all I can smell when I walk into like the fruits and veg section is like strawberries right now. And 7, last freaking thing is set a budget, right? I know it's super sucky, but it doesn't mean that you have to sacrifice all of the delicious food. Doesn't mean you have to not eat healthy, right? You can visit more than one grocery store. You can make more than one trip. You can go and find the best deals, right? You don't have to run to the corner store to pick up milk at twice the price as it would be at maybe, you know, Walmart, right? It just because it's there, right? It's okay to like look for coupons, to look for discounts, buy in bulk when it's possible, you know, go to Costco's if you have a Costco's card, you know, Sam's or something like that. There's nothing wrong with Walmart. Walmart is amazing. Those super Walmarts, they have great discounts, they have great deals. There's also those, you know, buy one, get one free things, but oftentimes you gotta check to make sure that there actually are a deal and not just like raising the price to skim you. But if you check around for those coupons and those savings, then you can take them all and save that money and put it towards something else that you might enjoy with your life, right? Like going out and having a really yummy cheat meal instead. So, like I said, you can use all of these little tips and all these little tricks to not only stay healthy, eat healthy, but stay on budget so that you're not wasting money. And then you can take everything, you can pre-cook all of your meals, that way you're not having waste and everything else, and you can have delicious food today that you can save, and if you don't eat it all, you can save it for tomorrow instead of like throwing it out or just leaving it. It's okay to just save it for the next day. Food does not go bad like that quickly. Put it in the fridge, eat it the next day, right? Save that money. So it's super simple. Nice, quick, easy, right? 7 easy, simple tips to grocery shop and to save money as you do it while being healthy in the process. I know, right? Quick, simple, easy, and I hope you all enjoyed and learned maybe something little, something new. You could take one of these tips, you could take none of these tips, you could take all of these tips. It's whatever works for you, of course, as always, because hey, you're free to do whatever you want. And I just hope you enjoyed it and learned something. And remember to tune in again in 2 weeks when we're going to be going over something new, something different, and hopefully keeping it under 15 minutes so that you don't go crazy and try to throw something at me through the thing. If you are not following us on social media, don't forget we are on Facebook, well, obviously, and Instagram and YouTube. So be sure to subscribe to us there. And I will see you next time, and have a great week and enjoy your fitness and healthy lives.